So my name is Rachel. I'm the head teacher here at the Herzl Child Parent Center. I'm brand new here. I just started a few months ago, and my role is to support our classrooms. We have 7 full-day preschool classrooms, so I provide instructional coaching and administrative support to our 7 preschool classrooms. We had talked about the 5 essentials in our instructional leadership team meetings, but I really appreciated how the early ed essentials shifted the focus slightly to be really relevant for the early childhood classroom. I think a lot of times early childhood teachers feel left out of broader school conversations about organizational change, and this was directly connected to what was happening in our early childhood classrooms. I really appreciated in this process the room for teacher voice and teacher agency. I think a lot of times in professional development opportunities, teachers are dictated to of the changes that they need to make in their classrooms, but in this process, teachers design their own interventions because teachers know their classrooms best, they know their students best, they know their families best, and this process really respected that and really embraced teacher agency and what teachers have to offer and contribute. I think it empowered me as a leader because I think it was a really strong framework to use to create opportunities for deeper level thinking. I think we've talked about some of these ideas before, but I think this allowed us to really go in depth and really analyze the data in a way that a lot of teachers hadn't considered before, and thus really helped shift some mindsets around our own ability to impact our data. So I think it empowered the teachers to lead change because they were able to be accountable to the entire process from beginning to end, and they were able to change things that were within their locus of control. I think a lot of times teachers feel that that change is outside of their sphere, that it's coming from somebody else, but this was really, what can I do in my classroom? What's in my control? I would recommend the Early Ed Essentials to other early childhood programs because I think it's a really strong framework for helping teachers and administrators understand the context for what is happening and also understand an accountable process for change that I think doesn't feel overwhelming for teachers, feels really empowering for teachers and feels empowering for leaders as well to really be the facilitator and not necessarily the driver of change. This process really trusted teachers to be the drivers of their own learning and their own quality improvement process. And I think that at the end of the day, that's why we saw the most change.
For me, I think it's just a collaboration. At other schools that I've been at, we met, we had discussion, but we really didn't have a chance to collaborate with our co-workers. We really did a lot of planning with our co-teachers, but not outside of the classroom. So it's the collaboration effort.
I think for me, one thing that I haven't looked at before is kind of like the 80-20 principle that I noticed in this. We put dots for like small changes versus like big changes. So I think you could do a couple small things in the classroom, they could have a really big impact. So I thought that was something that I really liked about this program.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been involved in anything this in-depth when it comes to professional development or improving your classroom or your environment. Like you said, we would have PDs maybe and talk and then, okay, bye, let's go get lunch, and it's over. And it's never talked about again.
So we had a hypothesis and we thought about what would help get more involvement from our families, and then we implemented that, and then we kind of came back and decided, is this working? Should we continue down this path, or do we want to try something else? I thought that was really unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was just going to piggyback off of them. We all knew they were all connected. Just how much they were connected we might not have delved into until now.